everyone. So I thought that I would do a very quick update for my 38-week week of pregnancy. This will be like a proper video, but I don't have as much to kind of talk about this time during this week than I did in previous weeks, because I haven't had any appointments or anything recently. My next appointment is actually on Wednesday coming. It's Sunday today. So this Wednesday I've got a midwife appointment. I'm going to be 39 weeks pregnant, which is just mad. It literally feels like it's gone so fast. This last month of pregnancy has just gone faster than the entire second trimester, I feel, even though you're told that it can often feel longer. For me, definitely not. It's gone a lot quicker. So this will just be more of a very quick update, because I'm not actually feeling that good at the moment. I'm not having a very good time of it. I'm still happy in myself. It's not anything terrible. I'm just very uncomfortable, and I've noticed a few other symptoms that I'm a bit confused about. They're kind of the opposite to what I thought how I would feel. So yesterday, me and my partner went out for a meal. Just as a last kind of date night before the new baby came. We don't really have date nights anyway, to be honest. We just kind of chill out at home. When my daughter goes to her nan's every Saturday night, we just chill out at home and do our own thing. So we don't really have set date nights. But yesterday I had the idea of going out for a meal, just because we don't really get to do it on our own that much. I thought it would be nice, a little treat for us. But yeah, I was just feeling really kind of strange. I've been not being able to walk very much at all. I used to be able to walk for quite a long period of time, but now it's literally I get up the road and everything, kind of the pressure and the baby sort of moving down. It feels like he not engaging. I'm not really sure how I'd feel, because I feel like he is engaged or engaging, but a little while later, after I've rested, it kind of goes away again. So I'm but I've read that his head can kind of go really low and then come back up again in second pregnancies and third, so that's probably what's happening. But yeah, we had a really nice meal. I was just feeling really exhausted. I was noticing his movements are different, not anything to worry about, I don't think, because he's still moving consistently. They're just different. I feel like he's just not got any room in there, and he's not able to kind of shift around as much as he did before. I feel like he's gained a ton of weight this week. I do. So that's been quite uncomfortable. And I definitely noticed it walking around after we'd eaten, the feeling of pressure. It's kind of affecting, this is going to be TMI, but when I go to the toilet, I feel like it's not, to pee, it's not coming out as it normally would. It's kind of slower, there's so much pressure, it's kind of pushing, squeezing everything. So that's a bit strange. But at the same time, as that's happening, I've been noticing an increase in heartburn, especially after yesterday. I had a pizza, pepperoni and meatballs, and it wasn't really spicy at all, and a Coke, Pepsi, because I was craving Pepsi for some reason, which is the first time that's happened this pregnancy. So I think it was a combination of just things that I ate. I just ended up all night last night with really bad heartburn, and pains in my ribs. I feel like his feet are so high up, but then when I stand up, he's really low. So it's kind of I feel like he's either really long or he's kind of shifting around still. I just feel little pops. I feel him moving all the time. Sometimes, obviously, when he's asleep, I don't notice it, or when I'm distracted with something else, I don't notice it as much. But when I focus on it, I can feel him moving. but it's more like pops. You see my bump, it's like pops up here. And I just feel like I'm different in myself. Like I feel like my bump is just different. I feel like it's bigger. I feel like I'm really out of breath. I can't really breathe properly. I can't physically really do anything, which makes me worry because I have a toddler and I don't really want to be not being able to do anything with her because she needs to be doing stuff. What else has been happening? I've been trying to sort out stuff around the house, around the pram, which we're having a bit of trouble with. I'm trying to decide whether or not to buy a baby carrier. I am going to buy a baby carrier because we have a tandem pushchair that's going to be absolutely impossible getting it on and off a bus. So I've decided to go for a carrier and still have my daughter in her little Joey mother care stroller that we got her quite recently, just because that's going to be easier to kind of manoeuvre off buses. And without having to lift this gigantic, huge thing and manoeuvre it on and off of buses is not something that I really want to be doing, because they are absolutely massive. So having a carrier would be much easier. I'm feeling quite anxious about the labour, but not as much as I was. What helps me if I'm worried about giving birth, like the pain, even though I've done it before, I had a lot of pain meds and I don't really remember much about it, so that was a completely different outcome with my like labour expectations, even though I didn't really have any because I didn't really think about it because I'd never experienced it before. But I've been reading a lot of birth stories, like positive birth stories, to kind of get myself in that positive mindset, and it definitely works. It definitely makes me feel more confident. It definitely makes me feel like I'm not worrying as much. I'm actually looking forward to giving birth and meeting baby boy. I feel like I'm looking forward to it a lot more this time, because I'm intending to be a lot more present in the moment without having all these drugs pumping through my body, clouding my thoughts, making me like want to sleep and not really experience the labour, which is what I really want this time round. I don't think that it's something that I'm not going to be able to handle. I feel like I will be able to handle it. I just have to stay positive and keep in that mindset, and then, you know, because I think the mind's very powerful, and if you stay positive and you kind of relax as much as possible, you will have a good experience. Even if you do have intervention, it's harder when you have intervention, but I think if you go in there calm and positive, it just makes it easier, but it is easier said than done. Sorry, this hasn't been a very long video or very interesting video. It's just I'm not feeling great, and it's just one of those weeks where nothing much is going on. I'm not in labour. I haven't been checked or anything. Cervical checks. I don't want any cervical checks at all until I'm in active labour, just because of traumatic experiences in my last pregnancy. I'm literally terrified, so I don't know if I'm dilated or anything like that. They don't routinely check your cervix anyway in the UK unless you ask for it, and unless you're like at your due date, or where I am now, pretty much 39 weeks, 40 weeks, 41 weeks. They don't check it routinely at all, which I'm really happy for. So I'm not sure if I'm progressed or anything. All I know is that I am his head is at the brim of my pelvis, so he's right there, but he hasn't gone into my pelvis. Oh God, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. They have like fifths, so if you're 1/5, that means they can feel 1/5 of the baby's head, which means it's pretty much engaged. 5/5 is all of the baby's head, from what I can. I might have got that wrong. I might have got the opposite, wrong way around, but that's what I gather. But I'm no fifths apparently. I'm just at the brim at the moment. So yeah, nothing really else to report. Just at the moment, just getting bits ready, just trying to get everything sorted, washing up bottles. I'm obviously not sterilising anything yet. I am going to try and breastfeed. I have a breast pump. I have what's it called? Arlo. That's the name. I don't know if it's called an Arlo. I keep forgetting the name of it, but it's a double breast pump, and I'm going to try and pump and attempt to breastfeed, but I found it impossible with my daughter because I just have really flat nipples, and she refused the breast completely. She hated it, absolutely hated it. So I switched to formula feeding pretty much from day one and pumped at the same time. And then it's a long story, I got really ill, had to be hospitalised from infections, so I'm kind of a bit reluctant this time, but I'm still going to try. But that's for another video. So yeah, I will film my next update next week. I'm trying to do it weekly because I'm right at the end, or almost at the end. So I'm trying to do it regularly, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.